top 2 governors from the southeast that have received the highest revenue with little or nothing to show for it. The last time I made a post, I talked about Enugu State Governor Peter Mbah, that he has received over $1 billion, which is about 1.6 trillion naira. And I asked, is there anything in Enugu to justify that over $1 billion that he has received since he came into power as governor? Many people had all different opinion about it. They argued. I was not being fair to Peter Mbah, that I compared him to Peter Obi. So today I'm going to compare Peter Mbah and the rest of Southeast governors. Let us look at how much they have received according to the records and the work done. Does the work done match how much they have received? We're going to see it now. Remember, the record based how much they have received is calculated based on federal allocation, IGR, borrowings, and several other sources on record. If your governor is hiding anyone, too bad for him. We are working based on record. Now, at number 5, the state that have received the highest revenue in the whole of Southeast, the governor at number 5 is Francis Nwifuru, Ebonyi State Governor. Ebonyi State Governor has been in power for 850 days. And in this number of days, he has received $610 million. The question to Ebonyi people now, what is it that we have in Ebonyi, that this present governor, Francis Nwifuru, what is it that he has done to justify collecting $610 million? This is according to reports. If you have alternative views, if you think we are not right, you publish a different figure, we would look into it and do the needful. So Francis Nwifuru of Ebonyi State, $610 million to the people of Ebonyi. Where is that $610 million in Ebonyi? Is it that 20-kilometer road that collected this amount of money? I don't know. Tell us. Or is it the fuel he puts in his car? Tell us. Or the salaries of the civil servants? Tell us. That is number 5. At number 4 is Alex Otti of Abia State. Alex Otti of Abia State has been in power for 850 days, just like Ebonyi State Governor. 850 days. And for that 850 days, he has received $833 million. In that 850 days, he has received $833 million. The question to the people of Abia, is there anything on ground to show, to justify this amount of revenue that Alex Otti has received? Does these roads that he is building from here and there, hospitals, hostels, the new hostel he built, do they match this $833 million? Tell us. Don't defend your governor. Abia State does not develop because you defended your governor. It developed because the work done on ground match the revenue that comes to the states. At number 3 is Hope Uzodinma of Imo State. Please, the people of Hope Uzodinma, Imo State, I hope that Uzodinma, he has collected. First of all, he has been in office for 2,071 days. 2,071 days. And in that 2,071 days, he has received $950 million. Ebigwe. I want to ask the people of Imo State, does the work on ground in Imo State match this $950 million? Does the Olu Road and I think Okigwe Road also, and 1 or 2, do they match the $950 million? Tell us. Let us know those that we will call the EFCC for, and ask them to render accounts. At number 2 is the governor of Anambra State, Chukwuma Soludo. Chukwuma Soludo has been in power for 1,286 days. In that 1,286 days, he has received $1.18 billion to the people of Anambra. Is there anything on ground that shows that $1.18 billion has entered Anambra? Which projects? Is it a block that flyover, Fun City, New Government House, Newi Road in Newi? I'm on the block their road. Where is the justification for $1.18 billion that he entered Anambra? I don't know. The people of Anambra should report and tell us. At number 1, where one man is seated there. This man has been in office for 850 days. he is not the one that has spent the longest in governance, because you would expect that somebody that has stayed too long, the longest in governance, would have spent the highest amount of money. But no, Hope Uzodinma has spent the highest. He has spent 2,071 days in office. You would have expect that he has spent the highest. But no, the man that has spent the highest amount of revenue, that have received the highest amount of revenue, according to the records available to us, this man has spent 850 days in office. In 850 days, he has received $1.19 billion, close to 2 trillion naira. Peter Mbah of Enugu State. I mentioned Peter Mbah the other time, and I said Peter Mbah has received over $1 billion. Is there any justification, any development in Enugu State that can justify that this amount of money came to Enugu? They said I was being unfair to him, because I mentioned him with Peter Obi. Now I'm mentioning him with fellow governors. Peter Mbah has received more than Hope Uzodinma, who has spent 2,071 days in office. Hope Uzodinma have spent more than twice the number of time that Peter Mbah has spent in governance. But that is not to say that Hope Uzodinma has performed more than Peter Mbah. No. I am saying that Peter Mbah in his short time has spent so much money. What makes his own questionable is that part of the expense is that he borrowed money. Some governors have not borrowed. Peter Mbah also borrowed. So he has spent the highest, and part of this money is borrowed. Does Enugu State look like a state where $1.19 billion have been invested? The people of Enugu should tell us. Let them tell us. But this does not mean that other governors can justify the amount of money in their state. No. Everybody should now list on my comment section that project that you think swallow these millions of dollars, and for Anambra and Enugu State, over $1 billion. What is that project that you think swallow this money? Write it on the comment section before I start inviting EFCC, so that you don't say I am being unfair. Thank you very much.